Hello, everybody. Welcome to Scotty's Side. Thank you for joining me today. This is going to be a little different video than what I usually upload to my channel, but today I'm going to be talking about LASIK because I had it performed on me yesterday, and as you can see, I'm totally fine. It was a very quick procedure. I would say it lasted 7 minutes before I was in and out of the lab. The preliminary stuff, which was just signing consent forms and stuff like that. I got some Xanax. Ooh, that mellows you out. That mellows you out a lot. I've never had Xanax before. Excuse me. And so that helped me relax quite a bit. But I wanted to make this video to tell you what to expect. So if you ever thought about having LASIK corrective surgery, this is what will happen. So settle in here. So beforehand, they go in and they check your eyes, they check what your vision is, all that kind of stuff. They prep you or they set up a time, they set up a date, usually a little further out. For me, it was about 2.5 months out. So I came in and got my eyes looked at. They just wanted to see what my vision was and if my eyes were set up correctly, I guess is the right word, or were thick enough to be able to have the procedure. Because some eyes aren't, and it's not for everybody, unfortunately. Thankfully, my eyes were a perfect candidate, so I went ahead with it. And so after all that, after the signing the consent forms and getting your Xanax and stuff, they take you right in to the room, and there's this long bed that you get on, and you lay on your back, and they give you a little kind of pillow thing for your legs, like underneath your knees. And they just jump right into it. And with my setup, there was 2 different machines. There was one on the left and there was one on the right. And so you climb in the little bed thing. They put some drops in your eyes, numbing, and I believe for maybe a little bit of dilation. So first thing they did was they had some kind of tape type of stuff, which kind of pulls your eye back like that, your eyelids back like that. And then they put the, I hated this, but the metal pieces that keep your eyelids from closing, kind of like Clockwork Orange style. And as soon as that's done, I think they put a few more drops in for me. And then they move you right in underneath the machine to the left. And that is the one that actually, I believe, made the incision, the cut on my, I think it's the cornea. And before that, they put this round, hard, plasticky type of thing right on your eyeball, right there, totally touching your eyeball. But you don't really feel it touching your eye so much because there's the numbing agent on your eye, and that is used to kind of create a suction on your eye, because when that's on, then the machine comes down and pushes on it. And there's a ring of white lights and I was instructed to look in the center of those white lights, and that is when it pushes down on your eye, and it went all black. So I couldn't see out of this eye anymore. But then I kind of started seeing some sparklies, some stars, if you will. And then I could actually kind of see where the laser had been. It's almost like if you look at something bright and then there's like a remnant of what it was that you were looking at. Same kind of concept, but it was right in the middle of my eye, and it would look like where a laser beam had been. So that cuts the flap open, and then you do the same thing on the other eye. And then I got rotated over to the right, and this is where it got really weird for me. This is not for the faint of heart. I'll tell you that. This is where they took the flap back on the eye, and when they did that, that eye became completely fuzzy. It was totally blurry. Couldn't see anything out of that eye. But then there was a green light, and there was 2 red lights next to the green light, and you just look straight at that green light, and it does some other kind of whatever it does. And after it's done, they put the flap back over, and they use this little kind of, I guess it's a spongy type of material, and then they just use that to lightly flatten that flap back out. Just very lightly. Couldn't even feel it, but I could see it. And then they do the same thing with the other eye. And then after that, you're done. That was it. It actually, I'm about 7.5 minutes into this video. That's about how long it took. Me explaining what happened was about how long it took. Very, very fast procedure. When they say you're in and out, it's the truth. And afterwards, for me, I could immediately see clearly. I didn't explain this in the beginning, but I was extremely nearsighted. Things past about 10 to 15 feet were completely blurry. Not so much that I couldn't drive without glasses or anything. It wasn't that bad, but it was almost that bad. When I got my eyes looked at in my preliminary visit, they said, you're almost at the point where you need glasses to drive. So, anyway, I just remember walking out there, and even with my little eye shields, which is what these are here, this is what they look like. They go over your eyes like that. So I walked out with these on, and I have to wear these for about a week after the procedure. Only when I sleep. So only when you go to bed, you have to wear these. Even with those on, I could immediately see much, much better. It was incredible, you guys. I could see the signs in the little parking lot that I was in. It was kind of like a strip mall kind of thing. So, beforehand, everything would have been blurry. Could not have seen anything, and I couldn't believe how immediate the improvement was. Pretty life-changing. Pretty amazing. After I had someone drive me home, my mom, thank you, Mom. After she drove me home, That's when my eyes started watering really bad, and I got a splitting headache. So expect that if you ever get this. However, I took some ibuprofen, and I was able to fall asleep for about 4 or 5 hours. I got home about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Woke up about 8, maybe 7:30. So I slept for 4 to 5 hours, something like that. I woke up and the headache was gone mostly. I still had just a little bit of a headache. My eyes weren't watering nearly as bad. So I didn't take any drops that night. I didn't put anything in my eyes because they were just watering so bad that anything I put in there just would have come out. So, and then the next day, you have a follow-up visit. I went in there and I told them about the headache I got, but that I stepped outside yesterday after the procedure and was immediately able to see super clearly. And then they had me do an eye test, like, cover one eye and tell me what line you can read, that thing. So each individual eye was 20/20, but both eyes working together, my vision is 20/15. So, which is better than 20/20. So it's amazing. It's totally worth it. The cost for my procedure was $3,900, and that was all out of pocket because it is an elective procedure. So, but the place I went to, they have payment options. So don't let that discourage you. And so, yeah, now it's the day after. I went my follow-up procedure was this morning. Headache's gone. My eyes they get a little dry here and there, a little dry. I have to put in eye drops because they told me to. And then I have these 2 prescription eye drops that I have to put in 4 times a day for the next week. And that's this guy. Can't really see it. I don't know, my phone's not focusing. But there's that one. And then there's this one. So expect that. Expect that for the week after. Expect to wear these to bed for the week after. But they also, you get a whole kit of, like, if you want to wear these crazy glasses instead, you can. And then just other instructions and stuff. So, I'm going to be doing that the next week. Other than that, just not scratching your eyes at the cornea, making sure you don't do that because you might mess with the flap, and that's not good because then you'd have to get in and get that fixed. But other than that, I would totally recommend it. Totally recommend it. 100%. It was worth every penny, you guys. It's only been a day and I still look around and I can't believe that I can see clearly. So clearly. It's night and day, you guys. It's incredible. It's almost like a miracle. I still look up and expect to see just nothing but fuzziness and everything like that, but now everything is so sharp and so clear. Today I found myself just, I was at work and I caught myself just sitting there staring at things and looking at things because I've never been able to do that. I've never been able to clearly see things past 10, 15 feet. I could see what they were, but they were blurry, you know. Another thing that I noticed was like I can actually see people's eyes now. I can see what they're looking at. And it's just little things like that you don't I don't think you realize like how great it is to be able to see that. At least for me. Because I've never been able to see someone's eyes that unless they're really close to me. Yeah. But I hope this was helpful. I hope this was a learning experience, and I hope this helps whoever's watching this to decide to go ahead with it. Because, like I said, it is 100% worth it. The 7 minutes of discomfort is worth a lifetime of being able to see. For the first time in my life, I'm able to see. And it's crazy to think that I may have missed a lot of things because I couldn't see past 10 feet. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this helps you decide to get LASIK corrective surgery, because you should. Anyway, that's all I got. Thank you all for watching. Take care of each other. I love you all. I'll see you next time.